Despite his enlightenment, physical problems still plagued him. One of his testicles developed cancer and had to be removed. But this was when he met Nurse Valerie Burstle. She had everything he didn't, and was everything he wasn't. Yet instantly, their pheromones fizzled together like ice cream and lemonade. They decided to get married and had the ceremony in Cancer Ward 9. Harvie wanted a nude wedding, but Valerie and the hospital forbade it. Harvie had lost a testicle, but gained a wife. He moved into Val's small apartment with her 2 cats and parrot, Brian. Brian had a parasitic disease which made his feathers drop out. Valerie was constantly knitting little jumpers to keep him warm. For some reason, the pets resented Harvie. Harvie and Val went to bed early every night and tried to get pregnant. But there was not enough sperm in Harvie's lonely testicle, and he was declared sterile. They decided to adopt and came across a little thalidomide girl. They related to her immediately, took her home, and named her Ruby after Val's mother. So little limbless Ruby, big bold Val, and magnetic Harvie became a family. Harvie gave up working and dedicated his time to teaching Ruby what he knew about the world. He taught her that animals had rights too, and to always respect the environment, as well as herself. He told her about the beauty of being nude, and to be never ashamed of your body. Everybody was unique. Some people had less bits, some had more bits. For every new fact she remembered, he would stick a gold star to her wall. She adored her father. He was full of tricks and was like having her own private clown. At school, Ruby excelled. She went into university and came out a lawyer, then moved to America and started her own practice, championing the rights of the disabled. Harvie and Val were extremely proud. On Harvie's 65th birthday, Valerie's brain clotted, and she died. It was such a shock. She'd never been sick. Harvie was all alone again. He had his daughter, but she was so far away. He became a hermit and stopped washing. His mind wandered slowly into senility. It wasn't long before they took him away, when a neighbor found him trying to withdraw money from the microwave. So began the last phase of Harvie's life, at Pleasant Paddocks. He shared a room with a man called Hamish McGrumble. Hamish looked like something off a tin of shortbread and had nostril hair that looked like he was housing a family of spiders. He was 94 years old and had given up the will to die. He also had Alzheimer's and had recently burnt his ear trying to answer the iron. Harvie and Hamish pretended to dislike each other. Harvie often stole Hamish's teeth, returned them, and then showed him where they'd been. But Hamish always had his revenge. Sometimes they'd sneak alcohol into the home and put on drunken shows with knitted finger puppets the ladies were making for charity. Everyone was thoroughly entertained, but were less than impressed when they found Harvie the next morning in the corridor. From then on, Harvie was to remain clothed at all times. Often Harvie escaped at night and took Hamish on animal liberation jaunts. They'd spray slogans on shop windows, and on their way home paint over teenagers' graffiti with their own sayings. Escaping Alzheimer's patients were a particular problem at Pleasant Paddocks. The staff would find them at bus stops waiting to go and see relatives, long dead. To solve this, they put an old bus stop in the home's garden, where the Alzheimers could sit for hours, waiting for a bus that would never come. Time drizzled on while everyone sat around and waited to die. Harvie's Alzheimer's began to worsen as he slipped in and out of dream worlds, especially when the local church group visited.
God is better than football. God is better than beer. God is better than cricket, 'cause God's there all the year.
He isn't shut on Sundays. He isn't stopped by rain. He's better than a captain coach. You can talk to him again and again and again and again and again. God is better than football. God is better than beer. God is better than cricket, 'cause God's there all the year.
After these magical episodes, Harvie would get extremely depressed and was put on an amazing new drug. But the only thing that really cheered him up were letters from Ruby across the world. He wished she'd visit more. Harvie's mind grew darker, and the fire in his belly began to fizzle. One night, he decided to end things. But life had one more challenge for Harvie. On the way back to his room, he came across a woman he'd never met. Her name was Wilma. She had a cancerous goiter and was embarrassed to leave her room during the day. She was waiting for death to hurry up. They sat and spoke long into the night. In the night, Harvie realized he had some more living to do. Wilma had decided she needed no more.
Thank you.
Harvie was going to enjoy what time he had left. He took off his clothes and went and sat in the morning sun. It shone on his face, and he smiled for the first time in a long while as he waited for the invisible bus. He knew it would never come, but he didn't mind.